When I tell you, I sat down with this GPS data and I had to get up and I had to walk around my living room, y'all, because baby, they said the boat was functioning. Something was going on with the boat at 3 p.m. The GPS says they didn't leave that island till 4:31 p.m. And then that boat was moving all night long. Where was Nolan? Where was Nolan? Y'all, I've been sitting on this for a minute because I needed to make sure I understood what I was reading. And the more I read, the madder I got. The more I read, the less it makes sense. And I don't like when things don't make sense, especially when a mama is bearing her baby on July the 20th and still don't have answers. So we're going to break this down piece by piece, number by number, because these numbers don't lie, but somebody is. Okay, so 9:56 a.m., the boat leaves the dock. Um, Let me see. Do y'all see that? Do y'all see? I have the map on here. Press one if you guys see the map on here. Let me make sure it's going on. All right. And look how far Horn Island is. You mean to tell me you gonna leave that boy by himself on Horn Island and he don't got no way to get back across all that water? No way. If that was my friend, I'd be like, all right, well, some of us gonna stay with you on the island because we're not about to leave you on this island. You are a friend. That just don't make sense. And I'll urge my friend, man, if you don't get your ass on a boat, come on now, go home. You know? No, you can talk to this girl later. Exchange numbers. We'll talk to her later. And it's not that serious. It's never that serious to talk to any girl, any guy, any nobody. It's not serious. So I do not believe all what they telling us about this girl and he wanted to stay behind. I don't think he wanted to stay behind. I think it's a damn lie. Press two if you feel like them talking about he wanted to stay behind is a lie. That's a lie. You're gonna have to show me some proof that he said he wanted to stay behind. Nah, nah, nah. I don't know if somebody lured him behind, somebody forced him behind, something. And Horn Island, the Devil Island, because that's what the Devil Horn Island in Mississippi. You know, they say that's a long island with a whole bunch of, woods, forests, trees. It's like the wild. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? He could have been held up in that goddamn island. Somebody should have told him, hey, tell Nolan said he gonna do X, Y, and Z. I don't know, child, but it ain't making sense. So I'm glad that you guys can see it. Thank you guys for letting me know you guys can see it, okay? Yeah. All right. So, okay, 9:46 a.m., boat leaves the dock. 11:14 a.m., they hit Horn Island. Now, pay attention to this part because this is where it gets tricky. They say they last saw Nolan at 3 p.m., but the boat didn't leave till 4:31 p.m. Make it make sense. Huh? Huh? That's an hour and 31 minutes, sweetheart. An hour and 31 minutes where they was still on that island with him or without him. Which one is it? Because you can't tell me you last saw somebody at 3 p.m. and then your boat don't move to 4:31 p.m. What was y'all doing for that hour and a half? Huh? Unaliving his ass? Huh? You was just sitting there. You was just waiting for what? Then 4:31 p.m., they finally leave Horn Island. Get back to the original dock at 5:44 p.m., but they don't stop. They go to Fort Bayou at 5:42 p.m. Then they go back to the dock at 6:06 p.m. Then they go then at 7:19 they go to Fort Bayou boat launch again. And then they towed that boat to a different place, to the boat owner's house. Okay? That's where they towed the boat, to the boat owner's house. Why was the boat moving like it had somewhere to be? This is a private boat. This ain't no damn ferry. This is a private boat. Why was the boat moving like it had somewhere to be? Huh? Why were you going to Fort Bayou twice? Why you need to get the boat to that place that same night? What was that boat that couldn't wait till the morning? Something up with this. And let me tell you something. Ooh, I feel something burning in my eyes. Let me tell y'all something. The boat owner, they won't release who owns the boat. They won't say private. They just kept on saying privately owned because I was asking about it. But we know it ended up at somebody's house that night. And somebody's daddy, somebody's uncle. Who? Because if my child was missing and my boat was the last place he was seen, I would at least be at the police station myself. I wouldn't be hiding. See, that's strange right there. Now, NBC got the audio. And do you guys want me to play you guys the audio? Press 5 if y'all want me to play y'all this audio. And I'm going to need y'all to listen with me, okay? I'm going to play it for y'all, all right? So I want you guys to check this out. Y'all need to hear this. Y'all need to hear this. We can go right here.
Can y'all please come? Is everybody on board in good health otherwise? Yeah, everybody's on board.
It still, however, leaves many people wondering what happened to Wells between, however,
in good health. All please come. And is everybody?
And okay.
We're sinking. Can y'all please come? And is everybody on board in good health otherwise? Yeah, everybody's on board.
It still, however, leaves many people.
So that's a small clip. And let me go here. I'll give you the...
Wells met with the district attorney who confirmed the investigation will eventually be turned over to a grand jury. They're still wondering what happened to the 18-year-old on the July 4th weekend. Let's bring in Anna Schechter, who runs our crime unit. She's joining us right now. Anna, so what are we learning about those new details in this case? What can you tell us?
Well, we actually have obtained new movement records, GPS data. Our Jared Eggleston and Skylar Henry down in Mississippi obtained this from a Mississippi entity, and it actually shows exactly where the boat left from when it arrived at Horn Island. You're seeing, as that scrolls down on your screen there, you're seeing that July 4th, that tracking movement, the vessel reaching Horn Island around 11:14 a.m. And then we also see when the boat left. Now, as we've been...
Somebody did something to him on July the 4th for the American ritual in Mississippi, okay? Yeah. So I'm going to play this clip one more time, the dispatch.
We're sinking. Can y'all please come? And is everybody on board in good health otherwise? Yeah, everybody's on board.
It still, however, leaves many people wondering what happened to Wells.
That's crazy, right? That's some crazy stuff. And I want to show you guys some of these clips too.
What would happen if you took Wegovy to help regulate appetite and control?
Oh, sorry about this. Hold on.
Investigation, even in this early marine resources phase, was already reaching beyond just the young people directly involved.
Damn.
Worth sitting with. It suggests the investigation, even in this early marine resources phase, was already reaching beyond just the young people directly involved that day into the surrounding adult family members connected to the boat itself. That's a broader circle of cooperation than most public accounts of this case have described up to this point, and it raises its own natural question. What did the boat owner's mother know or need to explain that made her part of this early cooperation as well? Up to this point, almost everything driving this case has been testimonial.
The boat owner mother. Who are they talking about?
Somebody said this, somebody else said that. A witness.
So this is Horns Island. Look at that. That's a big ass island, right? So many things could happen on this island, y'all.
Up to this point, almost everything driving this case has been testimonial. Somebody said this, somebody else said that. A witness recalled hearing an argument. A family member remembers a conversation.
You hear that? It was a big argument.
A certain way. GPS data is different in kind, not just in degree. It doesn't rely on anyone's memory, anyone's honesty, or anyone's willingness to come forward. It's a mechanical record generated automatically in objective skeleton with when the boat. It's important to be honest about the limits of this information too. The GPS data confirms movement. It doesn't confirm intent, conversation, or condition. We're going to walk through both and then anyone's willingness to tell the truth. CBS News obtained GPS data from the Mississippi Department of Marine Resources tracking the exact movements of the boat that carried Nolan to Horn Island on July 4th. According to that data, the boat left its dock at approximately 9.
This is part of Horns Island. Look at this.
9:56 that morning. It arrived at Horn Island at 11:14. CBS News has previously reported separately that Nolan was not on the boat when it eventually departed the island that afternoon. That's the baseline, a normal, unremarkable start to what should have been an ordinary holiday outing. According to the GPS data, the boat left Horn Island at 4:31 that afternoon and returned to its original departure dock. That timestamp is worth pausing on because it lines up closely with what's already been publicly stated. Judge Ashley Cole, in her own account of that day, said the group left the island around 4:30 due to the.
We're sinking. Can you all please come? And is everybody on board in good health otherwise? Yeah, everybody's on board.
It still, however, leaves many people wondering what happened to Wells between 3 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. when his friends say they last saw him at 3 p.m. Now, it is also noted that Nolan, according to other accounts, was last seen by anyone as late as 4 p.m. As mentioned on Tuesday, the FBI has joined the case and in fact was revealed to have been helping local authorities early on, specifically because Horn Island is federal property. In an article by the Sun Herald, it reveals that the FBI will specifically be looking at forensic examination.
Ooh, honey. I have the link. If anybody want to come up here and speak, feel free to do so. But now, did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? We're sinking. Press 4 if you heard we're sinking. I know I was not the only one that heard we're sinking. Can y'all please, dispatcher say, is everybody on board in good health otherwise? And this boy say, and I need you to hear this in his voice. Yeah, everybody's okay. Everybody's okay. At 3 something in the afternoon, but Nolan was left behind at 3 p.m. So he wasn't on the boat. Everybody that got on that boat to go there should have been on that boat going back. Do y'all agree? Press 5 if y'all agree. Everybody that was on that boat going there should have been on that boat going back. But everybody's okay. Includes who? Who is everybody if Nolan ain't there? If my friend is missing on an island and I'm calling for a tow and I'm screaming and our friend is still out there, but everybody's okay, huh? How does that work? You don't mention your friend. You don't say, well, Nolan, he's back there. We need to get Nolan. I'm not leaving. That's my friend. I'm not going nowhere. And my friend is staying on a damn island. And we having boat problems. Nolan, you better get your ass up here. We're not leaving until Nolan come up here. I don't care. Argue with me, fight with me later, but you getting on this boat and we going back to the land, okay? And I'm returning you back to your damn mama. Period. And the adults, where are y'all at? The adults should know better. Okay? But you don't say we left him behind. You don't say. They never said nothing about the boy you supposedly care for. Just everybody's okay? No, everybody was not okay because Nolan was dead. Nolan was dead or about to be harmed or about to be killed. Either Nolan was dead already or he was about to be killed. Everybody is not okay. See, that don't sit right with me. Press 7 if that don't sit right with y'all either. That don't sit right with me at all. Because when you're in distress, when you think you're sinking, you tell the damn truth. You don't have time to lie. You don't have time to think. So what came out his mouth was what was real to him in that moment. And in that moment, Nolan wasn't real to him. Nolan wasn't on the boat. Nolan wasn't everybody. Nolan was gone already. And I'm sorry, but that's it. That's what it sounds like to me. Now, can we talk about the phone? Because this is where it gets personal for me. Nolan's mama tracked that phone. It was moving after they said it was left behind. And when she finally got it back, messages was deleted. Snapchat was wiped clean. A boy who took pictures at every family function. His whole digital life just gone. Why is that? Can you guys put in the comment section, why did the white boys delete the messages? Why did the white boys delete the Snapchat? And then he ends up dead, end up murdered on a lawn island? Come on now. Come on now. I need y'all to really talk to me. I need y'all to talk to me tonight. But they want us to believe he just left his phone. He just left his keys and decided to stay on the Devil Horn Island with strangers in this economy with these predators in Mississippi on July the 4th. On the July the 4th, you spending time with your family and friends. Hell, baby, this boy was a football player. We know they said he know how to swim. He was 18 years old. You telling me an 18-year-old athlete in 2026 is going to stay on an island with no phone, no keys, no way to call his mama and just hope somebody come back for him? In this economy with these predators? Hell no. Hell no. And let me tell you something. My phone is my lifeline. Your phone is your lifeline. And if somebody say, well, I can understand, he left his phone on the boat because they was going to get wet. Well, if that's the case, you leave your phone at home. Hell, you about to go out to the goddamn Long Island. If that's the case, clearly that was not the case because all of them brought their damn phone. Okay. And people was on that phone on Long Island. Okay. People was using their phone on Long Island. So let's not do that. But you don't leave your phone and your keys with people you just met. You just don't do that. And if you do, it's because you don't have a choice no more. Now, the FBI is in on it. And before y'all start clapping, it's Mississippi. It's federal property, so they had to get involved. But here's what they say they looking at. Smartphone tracking through cell towers. Deleted files, deleted messages, social media activity. Basically, They about to find out what them boys were really doing on their phones that day. All right. Because remember, the mama judge told all the boys to delete their social media. Why delete their social media? Why? So we can't see the messages they had or the tension or how this started? Because let me tell you something. Teenagers don't delete nothing unless they scared. And they was scared of something. You don't swipe your whole Snapchat clean for no damn reason. You don't delete messages for no reason, y'all. You do that when you got something to hide. And what you got to hide if your friend just drowned accidentally? Huh? If Nolan just drowned accidentally, ain't got shit to do with you, what do you have to hide? What you gonna delete shit for? Why you acting all suspicious? Why you ain't trying to figure out? They said Nolan body came up with July the 6th. Ain't no way. July the 4th, my last time I'm seeing my close friend, my best friend, on July the 4th at 3 p.m. Okay, why we ain't spin the block? Why we ain't go back to that damn island on the 5th? Why we ain't searching for his body on July the 5th? Did they search for his body on July the 5th? Did they go back to that damn island on July the 5th, y'all? Press 1 if they did. Press 4 if they did not. I never heard no such a thing. If I lost my ring, and the last time I remember losing my ring, and it was so valuable, on Horn Island, girl, I'm going back that night to find my motherfucking ring. I'm going back that next day to find my ring. That ring means everything. The last time I seen my ring was on Lorne Highland at 3 p.m. And I lost it. I need to go back. Hell. And if that boat GPS data is right, if that boat was really moving like that all evening, then whatever happened to Nolan happened on that damn island or near it, because that boat didn't come back for him. Isn't that strange? That boat went to Fort Bayou twice. Then it got towed to that other spot. So if he drowned accidentally, why was the boat acting like it was running from something? Huh? Now, one of the friends, the fake friend, the shepherd dude, he went on ABC, said they'd die for Nolan. Did y'all hear that? He said we'd die for Nolan. Said the viral video of somebody yelling, "Give me my phone back," was him, not Nolan. Said the pool party photo was from June the 27th, not July the 5th. And I heard him. I do. Sometimes I mess up my words when I'm upset too. But baby, if y'all was such close good friends, why did none of y'all call his mama till 11 p.m.? Huh? Why was his phone in your possession? Why was his keys at y'all house? And why? And this is the part that keeps me up at night. Why did y'all tell Cito everybody's okay if Nolan wasn't even on the damn boat? Good friends don't leave good friends on an island with no phone. You left him on that island by himself with no phone. Not in 2026, not ever. You don't leave your boy with strangers and then go about your business like nothing happened. Would y'all leave y'all friends with strangers? Would you leave your son with strangers on a damn island? He's 18 years old. Huh? No, you would not. No parent in their right mind would leave their 18-year-old on an island with strangers with no phone by themselves. That's weird. But y'all know. especially in Mississippi. And you black and you the only black one. You black and everybody else is white. I mean, hell no. Bring your black ass on. And I'm tired of people saying, wait for the facts. We've been waiting. The facts is the GPS data. The facts is the phone moving when it shouldn't have. The facts is deleted messages. The facts is a mama who traced her son's phone and was at somebody's house when her son was supposed to be on an island. Those is the facts, and they don't add up to an accident. Nolan's funeral is July the 20th. Tyler Perry paid for it. Shout out to Tyler Perry. Al Sharpton is helping as well, I'm hearing. Colin Kilpatrick paid for the independent autopsy. And I pray that family gets answers before they bury their baby. But here's what I know. That GPS data didn't clear nobody. It opened up more questions. That CTO call didn't comfort nobody. It made me more suspicious. And this FBI investigation, we're going to be watching. We're going to be watching that real close because Mississippi got a history. And we ain't forgot about Emmett Till. We ain't forgot. So here's your survival manual, y'all. If your child goes on a boat trip, you track that phone. You get names. You get boat registration numbers. And you don't wait for the police to care because sometimes they don't. Sometimes they look at a black body in the water and see accident before they see evidence. So you document, you screenshot, you share. Because the only reason this case is moving is because we wouldn't let it die. And to the person who knows something, to the person who was on that boat, to the person who heard something, saw something, knows something, you can delete messages. You can swipe phones. You can tell stories. But God don't sleep, and neither do we. Like this video, comment, subscribe, and say his name, Nolan Wells, because somebody knows something, and it ain't stopping till they tell it. I'm not stopping, y'all.